Welcome back, fellow travelers, backpackers and friends, and today we're to discover at least parts of it, the beautiful city of Shanghai. And believe me, it's huge and there's a lot to explore, so those are the cruise boats if you want to enjoy your meal or just to cruise on the river. Strolling down the famous bend where you get all those architectural jewels and mostly those buildings from banks and stuff. It's nice. This is the Big Ben style version with somewhat of one of the biggest clock and impressive building. A nice stroll in the city. It's kind of cloudy today. At least it's not so hot. Only like 25 degrees, but yeah. There's a lot of people walking around, but not many business open as this is what I forgot, the 1st of May. This is a really nice walk and you can't deny that architecturally this is beautiful. Even more at night, it's even more striking with the beautiful lights. And forgot that maybe today many things will be closed. I'm not sure about it. I think tourist attraction will be open. But as I was out in the street from where I'm staying at the hotel, I found the streets were like pretty quiet, kind of in the pandemic kind of way, and it was like 8:30 in the morning. I was like, I'm pretty sure Shanghai must not be that quiet in the morning, so yeah. The night walk yesterday around the city was crazy. I don't know if it's because it's like always like this or just because this is like a holiday weekend and so more people come, but wow, that was like really pretty wild as far as the number of people in the street and the crowd on the West Nanjing pedestrian street. We will go later and walking. From the advice I got from a family member that was lucky enough to live here for some times, I would spend 2 full days in Shanghai and do a day trip nearby. You will see where. I think it's enough to discover a good part of the city, and for sure it's huge, and I guess you might be able to spend like 4 days or more. This is our last stop here in China. Not sure about the Hong Kong debate, so I'm not going to go into that, but for me, if you change the visa conditions and the money and stuff, it's another country, so this is the last stop in China. This pedestrian stretch of road here is totally recommended for architecture buff and people want to appreciate the buildings, and it's also a nice stretch of peaceful walk around in town, because then just on the side you get the bend and then you get like to the point where there's the bridge and some parts, and yeah, I guess Yuan Ming Yuan, that was the name of the street. Nice. Like some might say, yeah, it feels modern, it feels different. This is not the China you have in Beijing. Wow. all around this part of town you get so many spots where you can take like really, really nice picture and appreciate the buildings and the different tile and the architecture, and this is nice. This is the Shanghai People Heroes Memorial, and it's located right on the riverside, on the Bund side, and yes, it was like maybe in movies or stuff, or I don't know, but why the Fairmont Peace Hotel is so famous and why everybody's taking pictures just in front of it. So if you guys know, like put it in the comments. Yeah, so this is it, the famous pedestrian street. It's not as crowded as yesterday night, but it's already pretty crowded, like most of the time places in China, so wow. This is a lot of meat and this is huge. It's like 35 yuan, so that's gonna be my lunch. Hopefully it's good. And don't even ask what is it and what spices, but yeah, you can tell that's a hell of a meat stick. So let's try this. A good BBQ stick. That was good. If you need protein, just full protein, so you got energy for the day, you can take a stick like this. 35 yuan, which seemed kind of expensive at first, but it's only meat, so can't take back what I said. It's still pretty crowded. But this is the 1st of May, so I guess many people are not working. I also guess many people came here on the weekend maybe because it was like difficult to book at night. Many things were sold out. Same for the train. I was hesitating to go to Hangzhou tomorrow or the day after. Most of the trains are sold out in the afternoon and even in the morning, so you find kind of everything, mostly high standard shops and boutiques, but also food, souvenirs, Häagen-Dazs, KFC, Starbucks, the usual suspects, and a lot of nice spots for your Instagram pics too, and nice boutique. We reached People's Park and we're gonna stroll around, but I bumped into something weird, and I guess I heard it's usually on Sundays and Saturdays from me. It's kind of a marriage market. I think they like sell the merits of the daughter or the girl they want to marry, because there's like a lot of signs where you cannot read, because I cannot read Chinese and my VPN is not working, but you can definitely tell. They tell the birth date, the height, the weight, so I guess they sell the girls. So this is like kind of an old traditional dating app. I noticed that most of the girls for sale are like from the 80s or 90s, so yeah. This is a nice oasis of greenery for sure in the heart of the city. And we're not totally done yet, but I kind of thought that was bigger. Yeah, this is pretty basic park. Maybe the whole thing is about this, of the finding love stuff around here. Like I said, not sure if it's like normal day in Shanghai or because we are the 1st of May and many people are off, but this is so crowded everywhere. We made it to Pudong, which is on the other side of the river, which is where you get the Oriental Tower, the Shanghai Tower, and another one where you can get a viewpoint on the town. We're currently heading to the Shanghai Tower, but I'm not sure we're gonna make it to the viewpoint because there was kind of a queue already for the Oriental Tower, and that's funny, like so many people everywhere, and I get this guy is fucking crazy, and I'm like, fuck that shit. This is it, the famous tour going there. Yeah, just look, you might imagine, this is kind of crazy around here. You get the great 360 view from 632 meters high. It took you for, I guess, more than a half hour, like what she said, maybe 45 minutes, but that's my fault. I could have come tomorrow morning, guess early in the morning, less people. But you never know, the light might be stronger on the other side also, so it's hard to get a good light with this. Maybe come at just right before sunset might be great, but might also be pretty full, so something you have to check. So this is the World Financial Center, which is another one of the 3 main towers here. Really a nice place to get some great shots, urban style, and well, still pretty crowded, like you can see all around. Not sure it's like this all the time, but for sure today it is, and it's a beautiful day now. There's no cloud, no rain, the sun, a little wind, which is welcome, and yeah, it's a beautiful day in Shanghai and really enjoyable. Wow. Gonna get some view on this side of the river too now. Some insights about everything we saw, like the tower. It's the entrance fee is 180 yuan, which is like more than $25, which I agree is a lot. But you have to know that pretty much all the towers around here are nearly the same price, 160, 180, 200, but this is actually the one where you can get the highest, so maybe it's worth this one. Even if I like the shape of the TV one, and a lot of people seems to go there too. And now we get some views from the other side. Yesterday we were there, now we're in the Pudong side. You can see the Oriental TV Tower. We didn't go to that one. We went to the other one, and I was wondering what was like the big boss we got out of this side. And this is the convention center, which is just there to get numerous museums and some that are pretty good at what you can tell, but not sure we'll have time to go, and that's not my main objective. That was the city god temple of Shanghai. It's not pretty exceptional or even pretty big, but I guess because this is holiday, it was pretty full and pretty animated and full of faith and wow. Now we are just behind it. There's kind of a old style boutiques and kind of mall leading to the Yuyuan Gardens, well, I guess. So we're trying to make it there, walking through here, and yeah. Maybe this is a really nice place to visit, but for sure not today. So if you happen to be around here around the 1st of May, I would try to avoid Shanghai anytime in the weekend of May because wow, everything is so crowded and so crazy. You don't really even enjoy what you're seeing because like, wow. I mean, this garden, it's nice. It's only 40 yuan to enter. But it's like so crowded and full of people. You're like taking like 10 times the time that you will need to visit on the regular time. So that's sad. But still enjoyable and still a nice place to visit. Welcome to the Jade Buddha Temple. Surprisingly, it's not that crowded, so it's good compared to everywhere we were before, like the Yuyuan Gardens and the mall was so crowded. But that was nice because I needed to make a little stop for souvenirs, but it was so crowded. So far, this temple has a real serene and peaceful vibe, and I guess a lot of people come for holiday to pray. And so this is the Jinggang Temple. Obviously a pretty big one and pretty famous and pretty impressive. Yeah, pretty impressive. Didn't think it was going to be that big. Or it's crowded, but it's like so big, so it's not that crowded, and the queue was pretty smooth, went directly, so I was kind of scared. Well, there's a lot of stuff to uncover. It's like the wooden structure and a lot of stuff all around. I haven't seen that many temples here in Shanghai, I guess 2 or 3, and the monastery is the one we saw before. This one is definitely very impressive, and you can go on some higher floors and get some great views for pictures. So this is definitely one you don't want to miss if you're around here, and it's not very far from the center, easily reachable with this subway. So entrance is 50 yuan, but it's pretty organized. You get like, you can scan the QR code, you have a line for WeChat, a line for Alipay, so it went like really smoothly. And even if there's a lot of people, it doesn't feel crowded and you can wander around pretty nicely. Here in Jinggang Park, you can hear the music, hope it doesn't get copyright. This one is a pretty nice and enjoyable park. It's just in front of where we were before, the temple. Just on the other side, just cross the road and then you end up here. There seems to have like many live band playings of these old people like playing some kind of music, traditional music and stuff, and this gets like a lively mood and it's pretty neat. And there's some pond like here, and yeah, makes for sure a nice walk and It's good to be out of the sun in the shadow for a few moments and enjoy the serenity of a park. Okay guys, so I guess that's it for our discovery of the beautiful city of Shanghai. I really hope you like what we get to see today. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. If you like this episode, feel free to give it a thumbs up. And I will see you pretty soon for our next episode. Until then, take care and remember to always just go with the flow. Bye bye.